What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to Soul Vice. I'm Stephen Webb and today I'm going to be reviewing and giving you an on-feet look at the Air Jordan 1 in the Gym Red colorway. Now I know a lot of people were really excited about these Jordan 1s just because they're very similar to the black and red no L's that we saw release a while ago, and those were pretty limited, so this is probably the closest that a lot of people are going to be able to get to that no L's pair. Now I personally wasn't super into those black and red no L's, so I wasn't very excited for these either. I will say having these in hand, they have grown on me a little bit, and I'll get into that a little bit later. I was actually more into the yellow and black pair, so I'm hoping they do something similar to those, kind of like these, but just the yellow and black version. Now, as with most of my recent pickups, I got these using the launch locator system in the Foot Locker app, and I was able to cop my pair in my size, thankfully. But something really interesting happened that I'm curious to hear if anybody else has had this experience. I wasn't able to check in for these, so the most that I got was a 9-minute head start, and any other time that I've not had a 10-minute head start, and plenty of times when I had a 10-minute head start, I still wasn't able to cop my pair. So I'm really curious if anybody else has ever had that happen. I was really surprised when I went and I checked my countdown clock and it said that I got them. I wasn't even waitlisted, it just straight up said that I got my pair. So I'm thankful for that, I'm definitely not complaining, but I'm just curious if anybody else has had that happen. Alright, but with all that out of the way, let's go ahead and get into the review. So starting off with the box, it's pretty much business as usual with every other Air Jordan 1. You get the black box with the red Nike branding. Now checking out the size tag on these, it does read Air Jordan 1 Retro High OG with a colorway of black, gym red, white, and sail with a suggested retail price of $160 US. Now moving on to the shoe itself, it's pretty much the same as every other standard pair of Air Jordan 1s. It's a full leather upper, no crazy or different materials used here. And the leather is actually pretty good. It's better than I was expecting, better than the NYC to Paris that I just reviewed a little while ago. But it's nothing crazy good, it's just a little bit better than I expected. Now something that a lot of people have been making kind of a big deal about is how shiny or glossy the black leather is. And to me, it really doesn't bother me. It's something that they did intentionally, I think, just because the red paneling on these is really like a matte finish. It almost feels like it's like rubberized or something like that, which makes me feel like maybe the red panels are synthetic leather. I don't know, I could be way off on that, but they definitely don't feel the same as most other leather panels that I felt on a Jordan 1. So again, I do think that the shiny glossiness of the black is used to contrast that flat kind of rubberized finish on the red. Now there is something I don't really care for on these, and that's the color blocking. I don't really know what it is, I can't really put my thumb on it, but just something about the red swoosh on that white panel, it doesn't look right to me. I don't know what that is. Normally these would be right up my alley, black and red, pretty much goes with everything that I wear, but I don't know, something about these, they're just not doing it for me. Now the other thing about these that I'm not really crazy about is the sail midsole. I don't hate sail in general as a color, but when it's right up against a stark white leather panel, I just don't think that it looks right. I kind of think that it should either be sail or either be white overall in the colorway. I don't think they really mix well together. Now before you start thinking that I'm just going to be hating on these the entire review, that's about where the negative things stop. Everything else about these I like. So to talk about the things that I do like, the first thing that I'll mention is the white Air Jordan logo on the black leather. I think it's a nice contrast that really pops and stands out, as well as the white and red Nike Air tag. Again, it's a nice contrast that I just think it gives it a nice pop of color, and it kind of just really stands out there. Now there's something else about these that I do like that's kind of subtle, and that's gonna actually be the ankle collar. So it's a little bit different than the ankle collars that I've seen on past Air Jordan 1s. I'm gonna try and compare them as good as I can. So I hope you can kind of see that side by side. So on your left is going to be the Gym Red Air Jordan 1s, and then on your right, that's going to be my pair of the Shadow Air Jordan 1s from 2018. You can kind of see the material there is just slightly different, and I think overall that the Gym Red is going to be a little bit more comfortable. Now something that's pretty common with Air Jordan 1s that I really appreciate is spare pairs of laces. So you can see with these, you do get a Gym Red pair of laces, which again, that's another detail that I really appreciate. And then as you can see there, you do have a black insole with Gym Red Nike Air branding. And then for your outsole, you've got a standard Air Jordan outsole in black. Now some of you may know I've got a goal of hitting 300 subscribers by the end of August, and I'm making good progress. But my subscribers have kind of slowed down since it's been a little while since I uploaded my last video. And I do apologize for that, but work has been crazy lately. I just switched jobs, so yeah, it's been a little bit hectic. So if you could bear with me, and if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and definitely hit the bell. That way you're notified when I upload new videos. And if you like this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate that. It definitely helps. And real quick, I want to give a huge shout out to my dude Chaotic Kicks, We started this YouTube sneaker thing at about the same time, and we've been kind of helping each other. Support's a huge thing when you're getting started, and he's been a huge support, and I really appreciate that. I'm gonna go ahead and link to his YouTube channel down in the description, and you'll also notice if you go to my channel page, I've added featured channels. He'll be there, but also the other sneaker channels that kind of are my inspiration, the dudes that have kind of made me want to start my own channel. So you'll see Unbreakable up there, Hess Kicks, a huge inspiration, Tony D2 Wild, Bullet, you know, those guys. And if you haven't checked them out, definitely check them out as well. But if you want to see some really good content, definitely check out Chaotic Kicks. So again, subscribe if you haven't. Go ahead and give me a thumbs up if you liked the video. Other than that, I'll see you guys next time.